Wow, imagine the progress these students are making with every activity carefully aligned to their level. Your students will see the same progress when you put these indicators in action too. To help you, we've provided you with a student learning plan template. It's another student-specific plan that helps teachers individualize instruction and assign level activities from the learning plan grid for each student based on the results of pretests, other assessments, and what we know about them as learners. The student learning plan is typically a one-week plan developed by the teacher for the class, with a variety of learning activities, again from the learning plan grid, that can be adapted for each student. The student learning plan guides the student's activity during work time, is reviewed by parents when completed, and is then returned to the teacher who keeps it in the student's file. Here, we've provided you with completed student learning plans and a blank one. The examples depict a student learning plan that will be used for students working toward mastery of the target objectives, one that will be used for students not quite ready for target objectives, prerequisite, and a third that will be used for students working at an enhanced objective level. Of course, a student may be at different levels for different objectives, so the student learning plan is truly individualized for each student and not for a group of students. Remember, student learning plans should be developed in a way that allows students to self-direct themselves through activities during work time. They should be straightforward and easy to follow. Student learning plans for primary grade students will include symbols to direct students to activities. Okay, let's review. To prepare for instructional delivery, the teacher starts with a unit of instruction, which defines and aligns the written curriculum, the tested curriculum, the assessed curriculum, and the taught curriculum over a 3 to 6 week period. Next, the teacher builds a weekly schedule to further specify the activities of daily instruction. The weekly schedule carves out time for whole class instruction and work time. Once the weekly schedule is developed, the teacher prepares a whole class outline for each subject area. The whole class outline helps the teacher organize what will be taught during whole class instruction and ensure that what is taught is aligned to the standards-based objectives for the week. To plan for work time, the teacher then develops student learning plans. A student learning plan includes a variety of learning activities, often extracted from the learning plan grid, that are leveled by objective, prerequisite, target, or enhanced. The student learning plan is prepared to include all the activities for all students. Then on each student's individual plan, his or her assigned activities are indicated. Student performance on pretests and subsequent work determines the appropriate level for each student, and the plan can be modified during the week. The final indicator for this module moves us into the physical organization of the classroom. We will spend a great deal of time on this topic in our next module, Classroom Management, but let's take a brief look at this indicator now. Materials for standards-aligned learning activities are well organized, labeled, and stored for convenient use by teachers. Developing aligned units of instruction and weekly lesson plans takes a lot of hard work. But there is an additional aspect that also needs attention: organizing, labeling, and storing instructional materials for convenient use. Here, a teacher gives us a tour of a language arts center during work time. She has differentiated the reading and writing activities to align with the needs of her students.
These two are working on the writing center where they're designing their dream bedroom, and then they're going to write a descriptive paragraph about it. Alexis here is working on Sight Word Center, where she's going to keep the words that she knows, that she's practicing, that she wants to know. So right now she's at the beginning stages of just cutting them out before she practices. Ebony and Chad are working on their prescription sheets, and on their prescription sheets they have journaling and reading to do, doing literature circles, and the books that they have to do, and they're using sticky notes to mark important passages as they read. And Chad, can you show them your sign? this is just a variety of different activities. There's 17 different activities that they can choose to do that have to do with the book, that works on summarizing and incomplete sentences and sentences, which are the main goals for the week. And then this is individualized. They have different activities they need. Chad needs a little more work with some writing activities, so he has a writing activity to do. And then they also have choices that they're assigned 3 activities, and then they get to choose 2 of them that they want to do. And Joshua is also working on the Language Arts Center, which is SiteWorks.
Her students each had their own well-organized and labeled materials, didn't they? And now, let's watch as a teacher shows us her well-organized, standards-aligned learning centers. On a side note, these labeled materials can be stored in a common area so that all the teachers on your instructional team have easy access to them.
Okay, I'm going to show you a couple learning centers that I have made and how I've leveled them for each individual child in my classroom. I'm a first grade teacher, and so a very easy learning center to make is to make some photocopies of different pages and have them laminated. And you can use a wipe-off marker and a sock, and the kids can work on it. I also have different little games. This one happens to be ending sounds. The kids would find the top part and find the ending sound that goes with it and snap that together. Well, I also have some also leveled activities. I purchased this one. It's beginning sounds, and they work with these letters I have and find the one that matches up. And that would be for someone learning their beginning or ending sounds, and it gets progressively harder. Also in my room, I have a listening center, and the child will come back throughout the week and listen to the book, and after they listen to the book, there will be an activity that goes with the book, where, maybe it's just as simple as drawing, a picture of one of the characters. Or if the child is able to, write sentences, they could tell me something about the story. Over here, I have a writing center, and I will give the children a topic to write on, depending on what story we're reading, and I'll level it to go along with whatever level they're at. And I just have different materials back here, markers and crayons and scissors and pencils and different kinds of paper that they can use. I also have a variety of other centers that are also leveled, and I keep them over here that go along with the same kinds of things that I showed you up here. Whatever we're doing that week, whatever skill we're working on, I'll have a center to go with it.
Well, that brings us to the end of this module. Remember, preparing for instructional delivery is critical to delivering effective instruction. Building strong instructional teams in which instruction is aligned and differentiated ensures the preparation and delivery of high-quality instruction. Thank you for participating in the instructional planning module. I'll see you in the next one, Classroom Management. In the meantime, if you need any more information on the success indicators or are interested in learning more about the research that supports them, visit the Center on Innovation and Improvement's website. Thank you.